just to finish off the feedback aspect, we saw how there are mistakes and learn a language connections. We have L1 interferences, developmental errors, what's known as overgeneralized, and so forth. We also saw that when you assess students, it's very important you keep the communicative focus in mind. So it's not going to be just language for language's language just own sake. And you might like the students to assess themselves so that they get aware of their learning, their progress. You might want to make their learning visible to them. Okay. Right. When it comes to feedback then during all work, you can distinguish accuracy feedback and fluency feedback, which is saw. And you should think about your feedback process as ended when the student has understood things and the rules have really been integrated into the learner language, which you can of course keep track of and listening to the students' spoken performance, but of course also looking at the students' written work. Okay. There would be signs there, which is fine. Okay. At least I've read these in the usual state of affairs. When it comes to feedback on written work, also here we like a communicative focus. So we like to work with the medals and listens approach because we like the students to be motivated. So when the student gets his paper feedback on his student paper, that he or she thinks it's worth his while to continue. So therefore, for every mission, everything you try to correct, you should have a medal. So you start with the things that the student really did well. And say, okay, what's the next thing? Oh, it's very good that you reached this stage. Next stage for you is to do so and so. So this is a general recipe really that I want you to work with. And I therefore want you to use selective marking. Only mark the areas that are examples of the areas that you want the students to work with. So everything sort of hangs together, rather than a lot of things that they're not told to work with, or why they have them marked in the first place. So you want your students' paper to look something meaningful, which is conducive to learning, rather than something that demotivates the students. Okay, and you can also have the students correcting themselves, like co-students correct them. You show them types of mistakes that perhaps all the class make, okay, and how to work with them, how to find the mistakes, etc. And once you feel that they know how to go about it, you can let them do it, and they can then have in fact reflect on how they work the mistakes like that, what the rules are, so that you get them to think about their own strategies in dealing with these errors, and thereby engage a meta-learning process, I mean a learning about learning process, so they get aware of their own learning process. Because you should not just be burning the midnight oil. What you do should be meaningful and conducive to having the students getting it, to making it to the next level. Just get started then with my own recipe for giving student feedback, which is very inspired by Jerry Harmer. Here we have to sort of spell out things. My focus is also communicative. So if you look at the student poster, you should look at the overall general communicative competence. Look, okay, is there a fluency here? Can the student make themselves understood, get their meaning across? Okay, is that all right? It'll be the first level, right? Then you might look at pragmatics. So you should look at pragmatics. Okay, what does the student know about the communicative situation? To which extent does he or she think about the receiver? And it was okay, right? So you think about this text. Oh, I want to read this as a real text, as though the student were communicating to me. Okay, how does that? Okay. Does he in fact take me, or does he take the reader into account? And would there be things here to work with? Next, you'll look at structure. Okay, is it well organized? What is so? Does things hang together in a logical fashion? You might look here both at coherence, that is the structure itself being logical, so that one type of info follows something, some other info type on one argument follows another argument in a logical fashion, so that there's a general logic to it. That is coherence. Cohesion, on the other hand, is the grammatical means, the linguistic means that we use for guiding the reader through the text. I'll revert to this slide and just, oh wow,